How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have theVision with us tonight, and they can say their names, what they do in the band.
What's up, everyone? My name is Nick Arnott. I'm the lead singer of theVision.
Hi, my name's Bill Emsley. I play guitar.
I'm Chris Sheldon. I play bass and do co-vocals.
Or you want to go or you want me to go?
I'm Doria. I bang the drums hard.
He does bang hard. I'm Alex. I'm also a guitar.
There we go, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming on. As being a local band, that's always cool to see. So if you guys live in the area, which I imagine most of the people watching this will go out and see these guys. I'm sure they'll be playing a show nearby. So go keep your eyes peeled. But the first question, always love asking this. How did you guys start out? How did you guys all formulate the, as per se, the origin story of the band?
Okay, so I'll lead off with that. Like, the origin story sort of goes something like me and Bill and I were playing some bar gigs and such together, doing cover stuff and like that. But we always had a love and passion for the music that we're doing now.
Sure, yeah.
And one particular night we were getting ready for a gig, and Bill was playing on the keyboard, and I started to follow him on there, and someone shot me a text and said, "I haven't seen you in ages." And then I just started singing this lyric and this melody, and it became, Bill was like, "Dude, what was that?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I think it's a song." And that ended up being the first song of theVision. We met up with Doria, who was through a mutual friend of ours at Surreal Sound Studios, and I said, "Yo, check out this chord progression." We played it one time right through, and it was Bill, myself, and Doria, and another friend of ours. And the very first playthrough, we were like, that was magical. We should start a band. And we did. And that's pretty much how the band formulated and was conceived at that very moment. And then lost a member, and we're looking for a bassist, and it was just Bill, Doria, and myself. And we needed a bassist. We did an audition for somebody, and we're like, man, it's going to be it's going to be hard to replace.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Paul Hershock. It's going to be hard to replace him. And so Doria went ahead and put a Facebook post out on, I forget which music page it was. And by the power of the universe, Mr. Chris Sheldon commented on there and won it in. So we auditioned him, and he fit right in like a glove perfectly. And
Nick, I don't know that I'd call what Doria put up on Facebook a post. It was like maybe a semi-coherent sentence at best. It was something along the lines of "need bassist, sound like Thrice" or something like that. Post-hardcore. It did. It did.
My man got the job done.
It worked.
I mean, apparently that's all it takes to get me, just some light mumbling through text, and I was there. That was sometime in like June 2021, and
Nice.
I hopped in. Yeah, we had our first practice, and it just clicked with the four of us, and it just feels right.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just clicked, and we kept jamming from there. To make a semi-long story short, we had some shows in between there. I'm sure we'll get into discussing. But then sometime around, what was it, Alex? December of 2021, November, December, something like that.
November. Because
that's
the show was in November.
Yeah,
November.
That's when Alex came in, and we hit our final form. It was like Frieza or Voltron coming together or something like that, and it was that was that. So
funny. I remember when Chris was telling me about this band, theVision, before I joined.
Mm-hmm.
Told me about the same exact post. He's like, "Bro, so I'm just going to respond to this post. It says, need bassist, sounds like Thrice." I was like, I mean, that's exactly what you want. So I don't see why you shouldn't try after this band.
That's awesome. And then, Chris, were you actively looking for a band at the time, or were you kind of like, oh, okay, well, just happened to be on the internet on Facebook and then saw the post, or?
No, so my story with that is a bit longer than just that question, but yeah, to answer it, at that time I was actively looking for a band to join, and
Very cool.
those stars aligned.
They did very
Yeah.
much so. And then Alex, I would imagine you are friends with Chris, and that is how you guys how Alex kind of joined the band, or am I reading into
Yeah.
it a little bit?
No, you got that right. I've been in bands with Chris for a very long time. And it's funny too because at the time he asked me, I was like, you know what, I'm kind of done playing in bands. I was like, I kind of want to retire. And then
Pulled them right back out.
yeah, well, I mean, they played. You know, I was like, Chris, I'll just be your roadie, bro. Like, I would love to be on the other side and just watch
Sure, yeah.
your band. And I really like these guys are fantastic musicians. They're excellent people, and yeah, I'm just a big fan, and still am a big fan of these guys. And I remember I went to a show with Chris. I was just like, bro, I want to carry your gear up. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice. And then when they asked, I was just like, you know what? I got nothing better to do right now. So,
That's how I kind of feel about doing YouTube and interviewing bands. I'm like, oh, it's just a fun hobby that I do, and inevitably, at some point, I'll be probably doing some sort of radio show at some extent. But it's real cool. And then, Chris, I have to ask you this, put you on the spot a little bit. How did you find out about what I do specifically? Because I felt like it was just like you DM me on Instagram, which was really cool. Shout outs to all the bands that do that, because I genuinely try to check them out. And I had checked out your stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is great, love it." And so I hit you guys up to come on, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm not a shy individual, and I went on a deep dive for us. I mean, it's only been again about a year that we've had our full lineup,
Okay.
and we've been we've been trying to make moves, and so I'm trying to just make connections, build bridges, and I
Sure.
happen to I think through connecting with some other bands, I had seen that you had liked some photos. I was searching for podcasts
Oh, very
and
neat. Okay.
possible interviews and stuff like that, and just kind of stumbled across you being a little more local, and yeah, then hit you up, and that was that.
That was
So
history, yeah. And it's
that's it,
cool,
man.
like I said earlier, I love having local bands on for myself because it gives me the chance. Sometimes I don't always get to see the bands I interview sometimes, but for you guys to be kind of in the area is always a good thing. And also I feel like it's great too because then I get to pitch you guys to people that live locally, and I think that that's always a great thing. And I've always been about this community, and obviously how much it's changed my life. So I feel like if anything, I know you guys are working real damn hard at what you guys are doing. So I feel like if anything, always trying to put everybody's band's best foot forward as if I can. So it's real cool, and like I said, I like what you guys do, so that obviously helps in that aspect. But I have probably one of the
Appreciate
coolest
that.
questions. No, no problem, no problem. Who you guys influenced by? Who kind of got you started out doing what you do specifically with whatever instrument, vocals, bass, guitar, drums? Who got you started out initially with those instruments, and who influences your style more currently now?
I could speak on that first. For me, honest and ironically, they had a reunion today. Blink 182
Oh yeah,
was really my like what made me pick up an instrument in the first place. I picked up drums and I got plateaued on that for a while, and then I was like, dude, I wanted to be like Travis Barker. I'm like 14 years old, and then that quickly went to, oh, I want to be like Tom. I want to play guitar and sing, and then that was it. And then I just never put it down, and it was Blink 182, Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, Thrice, all these
hmm
different types of bands, pop, punk, rock, all any anything like that and that's how I got started. I just never put it down.
Anyone else?
I mean, I can go. That's fine. So for me, I actually started off mainly as a singer and a guitarist, singer, and then got into guitar. And it was these bands: Thrice, Coheed and Cambria, Circus Survive, Seosin. I mean, like Brand New,
Yeah,
The
forgot about
Used,
that.
right? Like
Yeah.
all those like old school Asbury Park Warped Tour days. it was all of those bands that were doing it for me. So I was getting into them. And then, you know, honestly, I dabbled in a bunch of different musical instruments. And I had bought a bass for home recording,
Oh, nice.
and that
Okay.
was it. Yeah. So I never intended to play bass in a band. But here we are. So, you know, and yeah, so I
Somebody
mean, that's it.
hold on,
Now,
Chris. Somebody at the show said, I'm talking about your pedal setup. He was like, dude, I'm a guitarist, and that's too many pedals. I was like, yeah, so is he.
yeah, man. You got to do it though. I got to do it. It's, but yeah, now it's the same influences for me. You know, those really haven't changed. Just newer versions of those bands. So, but I grew up on classic rock, golden oldies, doo-wop, jazz. You know, I played trumpet in jazz bands and stuff like that. So I'm all over the place.
Nice. Yeah. Anyone else?
So you want to go, or you want me to go, or do it?
I'll go next. Go ahead.
Yeah, I started playing piano when I was 6 years old, and then I went to, you know, I started playing violin. I got into those type of instruments, and I'd say guitar is probably, I started playing guitar when I was 13, and
nice. Okay.
I ever since I was 13, I don't think I've stopped. So I've been playing in bands since I was 16. You know, and what it really inspired me to play music, honestly, you know, was my mother in the beginning, because she saw something in me and she bought me a piano. And then, you know, from that point on, like my favorite band is the Beatles. So everything I do always goes through a Beatles type of lens, as far as like when it goes into songwriting and, you know, really respecting your craft and what you do in music. But when it came to guitar, you know, that specific instrument, and, you know, it would have to be Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is really, you know, when I first heard Hendrix and I seen him, I was like, that's exactly how I want to play guitar, and that's how I want to do it. And, you know, it just expanded my foray into other styles of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like, you know, like at my core, I love classic rock. I'm a blues guitarist, but I also love metal and hardcore and punk. My first band was a punk band, but like, just like the rest of these guys, like, you know, big fan of Thrice, Taking Back Sunday, Seosin, Chiodos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Nine Inch Nails. I love shoegaze rock, and it's just I just pretty much, you know, I'll listen to anything and everything that I would that just makes a sound, because you never know what's going to motivate you or inspire you to make the next best thing. So
sure, yeah.
And, you know, that's just the way I look at it, and how I like to approach music is just, what can I do to be better than I was the day before?
They took all my answers for me. They missed Under Oath.
Oh,
there you go.
That's a good one. Bill, what about you?
I mean, I grew up always playing. I was in like the band, like kind of forcefully by my parents at first, playing like clarinet and not the coolest instruments. And then I grew up in like the mid '90s, so like what really like what like I drew to was like the Blue Album, Weezer, Pinkerton, Nada Surf, like that kind of style of music with some like big arena rock guitars and the pop hooks and all.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a paper out, man. I saved up money. I bought a guitar up at the Lucas over in Hapro, and it came with a little combo amp, and I just been in it ever since. And I did take a break for a little bit, like in my mid 20s. You know what I mean? I was wasn't on the best path, but now I kind of like fell back in love with the instrument and the gear and the music and like the camaraderie and everything about, you know, being in a music scene. And I can't be more happier than where I am. And for influences of today, I'm kind of into like these guys, Circus, Survive. I'm a real big like Gavin dance kind of guy.
Okay,
I love, I like having like heavy music that could be like danceable almost in a way. I don't know if that's a weird way to put it, but like I like to move and I like to feel that like the heaviness of like tracks. Yeah, I don't know. But like these guys, I'm, you know, a little bit into everything. But yeah, that's pretty much the majority of my story there.
Yeah, I feel like because I had a chance to listen to some of the stuff off the album, and I'll leave a link in the description to go give it a listen. Please go check the links below. But
Yes.
I felt like there was this nostalgia to what you guys do. Certainly, like you have that sort of like post-hardcore like mentality of what you're going through, but then also the same point, like I could hear like a little bit of what Nick said, little Blink 182, like in terms of like vocally, and there was just a nice mix of like that alt kind of like pop punk, and then just like with some of the screaming. There's a little bit of post-hardcore in there, and I think you guys hit all the notes on those sorts of genres. And so again, for me, someone who's been in the scene for a good bit of time, it's cool to see that like almost nostalgia kind of thing, but also at the same point there's little quirks and little things that I thought were interesting, like just like even the first song, Who Cares, I thought that was like the first song that I was like, okay, it's got a good hook to it. Like the guitar work is really solid. As being a guitar player myself, that's kind of the things that I gravitate towards. But it was really well done, and I'm on track 3 right now on Ghost Bronco right now, so I'll have to go listen to the rest of it after we're done. But it was really cool to hear kind of that, like, again, what you guys do. It's like a post-hardcore, like pop punk kind of alternative sound. I think you guys do a great job of like doing that, and I'm curious how those sorts of sounds make it live. So I'll have to come see you guys at a show certainly soon.
Thank you.
Speaking on those sorts of terms, for people who maybe aren't familiar with theVision, I will leave a link below to all of the songs, as I mentioned, but what is your favorite song off the EP? I know that's kind of like picking your favorite child, certainly, but do you guys, I know you guys have a favorite. There's got to be, you know?
This is hard.
Certainly.
Man, when you got to tell your kids, you can only keep one of them.
You can only keep one of them, yeah. Don't tell them I said it, you know?
I'll go first if that makes it easier for everyone. I think my favorite is Lust for Illusion. It's the 4th track.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that one to me, out of the group of 5, again, love them all for different reasons. That one just, I get stuck on it. I get stuck listening to it over and over again. I love all of our parts in it. The way it came together, I think it's got probably the best mix of the elements. If I were to show someone kind of what we do, and I needed to sum it up in one song, I think that would cover a lot of it. You'll hear it when you listen to it, between the intro, the way that goes and shifts to the verse and gets a little dancey, like Bill was talking about. And then we come out into this, this chorus that's heavier again. And then we hit a bridge that's very ambient. And then we're coming out into, smacking you in the face with a brick and just leaving you on the ground. It's like that type of a thing. We take you on a journey. I think every song does, but that one stands out for me. So.
Oh, okay.
It's a good case there, Chris.
I'm not trying to convince you guys.
I was gonna say
we got 5 songs and we got 5 band members. We could try and hook everyone on every song if we wanted.
Anyone else want to go real quick?
I mean, I'll go. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Chris on this one too.
Ooh.
It would have to be Lust for Illusion, just basically. I mean, for me, aside from the things that Chris said, it's just like the whole song is the most. I mean, I'm a big prog rock fan.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a very progressive song as far as the different styles and variations that we play throughout it. And honestly, it's the whole thing, honestly, in my opinion, is like a big setup for the bridge, which really just kind of connects everything together and makes you feel something. For me, it feels the point of the song. And then, just like Chris says, at the very end, we just kind of take a brick and smack you in the head, so
looking
just like
forward
Bill,
to it.
It's that aggression, plus it's got like a relatable beat to it, and the lyrics are fantastic. So it's just, for me, it's just like that's what I enjoy about music, is for music to go different places that I don't expect.
Ooh, okay.
What you got, Dory? I don't know, dude. I might have to say Who Cares?
Oh, okay.
Lost is up there, but I feel like, that's our first single. That's, we picked that for a reason. Smacks you in the mouth right away. And it's a great song to open a show. We've opened a couple shows with that song.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It just gets the, if you weren't paying attention, you're paying attention now when that song, when that song comes on. So
Love it.
Good point.
That's
Also
probably my
a good
favorite for
point.
sure.
I mean, it does. We come out to swing it. Come out swinging with that song. So, I mean, Who Cares is definitely. We did pick it as a single for a reason, for good reason, and it's got that pop. It's like it's got that hardcore to it. It's catchy and it's hardcore at the same time. So, I mean, it's a strong song and it's memorable. Lust for Your Illusion also, I think Lust for Your Illusion, it grabs from both ends. It's in that it's got a spectrum. It's all of us. It's all we are in one song. But we're very versatile. It's all we are in one song. Who Cares lends itself to more like post-hardcore and a little bit of pop punk rock.
I would agree. Yeah.
It's very melodic, which I like. Just like So Good is, if I would have to say, and I don't know if we ever really talked about this, but I would say that's like single number 2. Honestly, I mean it's strong. It's strong. You guys might. I don't know if you guys would agree with that.
He just called it out right here.
Oh, all right.
Called his shot.
He did.
Yeah, So Good. So when you're asking me, man, I'm gonna like them all. So I mean, I
Ooh,
can't
okay.
Anytime I'm singing the lyrics, I mean each song really. I mean, I'm diving deep in my soul for them every time. So it is like my kids, like all of our kids. Like I can't pick one,
only keep
but I
one.
really love.
One, dude.
And I'm gonna shut up and let
Nick, you got to choose one song.
Yeah,
I like all 5 of them.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna say
Spoken like a true lead singer,
Ghost Bronco, I'll say.
Ooh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Bill,
You're
what do
making
you
me
got
choose.
for us?
Hold on a minute, buddy. I would have to go with So Good, because I don't write lyrics, I don't write melodies, but my guitar parts when I write them, like I do put emotion into them, like whatever maybe I'm feeling that day, or something that's happened recently, and that be the opening part is so good. The da 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 the guitar riff. I wrote July 4th on my son's birthday.
Oh, very
we
cool.
had a great day. We had a party. He's actually trying to pop in here right now. It means a lot to me because it was such a great day, I remember, and I came home, I went down to my basement, plugged my guitar in, fired up GarageBand, and it just came to me. And when I brought that like progression into the guys here, Alex throws these like swells on it. Nick starts with his vocal melody, and then the verse kicks in. Chris is there with his bass line. Like I think everybody's parts are so great in that song. It's definitely like a lower key song, but it does hit you in the mouth in the chorus. The lyrics are really great. I think that Nick wrote, and I know they have some sad undertones in them, but the music is uplifting in a way with it at the same time.
There we go.
One song I pick, not 5, but 1.
Oh man,
political debate.
I feel like Nick's just gonna get roasted now. That's what I've come to realize here. So
nothing new.
Yeah, it's all the time, man. It's just my life.
But guys, well, you can be the deciding factor. Check the links to go listen to theVision's newest album / EP, whatever you want to call it. Links will be in there, and let us know in the comments what your favorite is, because I'm sure you're gonna have one. So let me know down below. But the next question I have for you guys, keeping it more current, what are you guys listening to right now? What's on your daily listening schedule, whatever you want to call it?
I can't stop listening to the same two bands I've listened to for like 10 years. It's a real issue.
It's all right. Respect for
I just listen to Bounce and Composure and Brand New back and forth, and I just can't seem to stop until our album came out. Now that's what I listen to.
Ooh, flex. All right, all right.
Man,
Who wants to go next?
I've been listening to a lot of Thursday and
Ooh.
Royal Coda, which is if you're not familiar with Royal Coda, is like a few members of Dance Gavin Dance with a couple other guys. But
Yep.
they just put out an album as well. It's tremendous.
Great.
And yeah, those two I've been flopping back and forth.
Ooh, all right, all right.
I've been stuck on a whole bunch of different bands. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Dead American,
Ooh, nice.
which was the former singer of Samson. Yeah, I've been on them. I've gone back to Mars Volta.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm always stuck on Circa, Finch. I don't know, man. I'm all over the place with that. Arcane Roots.
Ooh,
I've been a bit on
yeah.
Dayseeker, and Hurtwave. A little maybe off the genre, but been stuck on like Silk Sonic with
Nice.
Bruno Mars
Yeah,
and yeah. So I'm I've been on that type of kick right now, a mix of that stuff going on, kind of on repeat, I think. So
there we go. Alex or Nick?
All right, I'll go. Lately, like, Thrice is always on the playlist. Thrice is always on the playlist. It's a heavy influence of mine, like one of my favorite bands ever. I mean, my playlist, Blink, Brand New, things like that. But sometimes I'll go on like a Southern rock kick, or I'm listening to like Chris Stapleton or something like that.
Okay, all right.
Or Tyler Childers, like these different sort of Southern country rock solo singers. I like that stuff, you know what I mean? But I try to just blend it in with what we have, because I'm a blues singer at heart.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that classic rock stuff still runs through my playlist. But if I had to say, Thrice is like my staple.
Oh yeah, Dustin's so good. Ah, great.
Yeah, songwriting, just lyrics, just like the composition of songs. It's always creative, and the lyrics are always hold a lot of weight to them. So their stage presence. I'm just always kind of watching their live shows and listen to their lyrics and say, man, how is this guy writing songs? What can I take away from there? Like, this, it's an inspiration. So I admire what they do, and see how it bleeds into our music as well. Sure.
Gotcha. Alex, rounding it out.
So I'm like a flavor of the week type of guy. So like I'm constantly shifting around just because I'm just I can't make up my mind on anything. But like I'd say for the past couple months, like what I've been listening to, like that has been like constantly thrown into like into the queue whenever I get the chance or it pops in my head. I've been listening to like the new I Prevail album.
Ooh, okay.
Is in my opinion, it's sick. I love it. It's a great combination of with heavy and the electronica and just the songwriting that goes into it and everything. I just really respect what those guys are doing. I listened to a lot of Beartooth.
Ooh, yeah.
I just saw them recently, and they were great. And I love the way that their albums sound. I love the guitar tone. Ever since I discovered these guys have consistently been on my periphery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, periphery. I'm a guitar player, and that's a guitarist's band. So it's like, I say some of the greatest, best guitarists in the industry right now playing in a band together. Also, plus the drum. I mean, it's just like they're just a ridiculous lineup. that just writes ridiculous music, and I like ridiculous things. So
That's fair. I hope that I don't know if you've seen them live, but they are so good live.
I've never seen them live. I hope they go on tour or make another album soon. Because was it what was the last album?
Hail Stand. Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome. So I'm looking forward to what those guys are doing next. And I really like what they do, aside for like just musically, but on the business end,
Mhm.
you know, because they diversify their portfolio, and they really, you know, they use the best of their image and their brand. And also on top of that, for every interview I've seen, it's just like they're just like regular guys like us. You know, they're
Yeah.
just really nice guys, and just, you know, like a bunch of kids just got thrown, you know, like just got their dream to happen, and just like, I can't believe I get to do this every day.
Well, 3 Dot Recordings, go check out theVision. You know, just saying. That would be very sick. So, but I also got to give a shout out to Bills and to Royal Coda. I'm a huge Kurt Travis fan, who is the vocalist of Royal Coda, and so I like that answer because I feel like not a lot of people talk about Royal Coda as much. So always a good plug. But the next
Everything
question.
he's doing is amazing.
Oh, he's arguably my favorite Dance Gavin Dance vocalist. So love it.
Johnny
But,
Craig, no.
Listen, Johnny Craig's good. Don't get me wrong, but I
He's talking
found
about
out
nothing.
about DGD through Kurt, so I feel like I have that special
Fair
love
enough.
for him. You know, so
I'm
but
with
yeah,
you, man.
Johnny hits like that like scream yell kind of thing like super well, but that's like it.
Gotta have
I
both
feel.
of them.
Yeah. He could keep doing that and people love that shit, you know?
I forgot about how could I do all this without mentioning used. The used was a huge influence of mine as well. But you
Ooh,
just said screaming vocals, man. Like, come on, Bert.
got to, yeah. So great. Gotta give a lot of I know my Chem's seeing their resurgence, but the used has always been there, so big
For
ups
sure.
to them. Love the used. But the next question I have for you guys, if you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
You want me to go first?
Songs that we
Go for
covered
it.
already, or new songs?
A
to
new
cover?
song, a new song to cover. If you were to just sit in the room and be like, "All right, guys, we're picking one new song to add to the lineup. What are we doing?"
Like, does it have to be like a modern song, or does it matter any type
Doesn't
of song?
matter. This is
Alright.
your dealer's choice. You know.
For me, I've been wanting to do this with the guys, and like I want to do "The Chain" by Fleetwood Mac, because I just think we would do, like, you know, like, I love the way it sounds, and
All right.
it's very representative of us, because, you know, like, these guys are my family. So, you know, like, for me to play this song with these guys, and I love playing covers and then turning it into what we turned it into.
Sure. Yeah.
However we do, you know, I'm a big fan of those Pop Goes Punk albums. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I feel you. Yeah.
So I would love to do Fleetwood Mac, "The Chain."
That's a good one.
I'm open to it.
Oh, all right. Anybody else putting their hat in the ring?
I'm still thinking. I'm not sure.
I would love to take a rip at "Numbing Agent" by Royal Coda.
Ooh, wow. All right.
And in fact, I mean, that's the song that like gripped me by them. You know, that's the one that got me, like, hook, line, sinker.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a
good question. Yeah.
I'm like running through a catalog of different songs I'd like to cover just to find. I don't know what one I would settle on.
Yeah. I'd probably say "Understanding a Car Crash" by Thursday.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say I don't even like covers. I'll just name that for Doria.
Oh man.
I'm the cover man.
Doria. Woo. That's a good one. I like that.
I almost kind of want to retract my last statement, because I've been thinking about this one too. I always thought, kind of like left field, I would like to do "Get Off My Dick" by J. Cole. Because I like doing wacky stuff like that. Like, it's one
Is
of
this
those,
a family friendly, like?
No, this is not.
what
But
we're doing, or-
I make fucking $0 on
Not-
YouTube, so
not
it's
anymore.
not. Yeah. So, and if it was, now it's not. So.
Oh man, I'd be down for that, Alex. Just so you know.
That's a good one. Yeah. Wow.
No, I'm
All
telling
right.
you, you start off the song the way it starts off, and then when the hook hits, people are like, "Are they really playing Get Off My Dick? This is crazy."
That is a major curveball. I like that. All right. All right.
I think if we were staying in a similar genre, I'd want to do kind of a throwback. It's a song that like I haven't listened to in a while, but I always connect with, and it's "Tearjerker" by Phoenix TX.
All right. All right.
That's got a lot of it's. If I'm thinking something that would go well with everything else we're playing, but is something that's got some feels to it, I think I would go with that one. I don't know if it's my top pick. I'd have to get back to you on that in maybe like a week or two. But
I'll just throw text up on your box there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, you're the last one. So what are you putting in the pot here?
Oh man.
Born on the Bayou.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any Credence song.
Have
Any
you ever
Credence
seen
song.
I would be
What's that one song you always play? Country Road.
As long as I can see the light.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go. All right.
all right. Wow.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
man got a voice of soul. You guys don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know.
There
We
you
don't
go.
know, but we will know soon enough. Well, guys, if you'd like to weigh in on the ever-growing dilemma that theVision has, drop a comment down below. Let us know what song you'd love to hear a cover from them, or or you can weigh in and let them know which one of their picks that you like. So let us know, and who knows, maybe if you see them locally, you might see a cover song very soon. So next question for you guys, another fun one. Favorite food to eat? What's your go-to?
Pizza. It's gotta be pizza.
You got it right there.
No hesitation.
Zero. He was right on it. Respect.
Eat the slice right now.
It's like gun to your head. You don't even have to.
He
touch
didn't
the
even have to
barrel.
think. He was just like,
I got it.
the dude's loading up the bullets and he's already got the answer.
Yeah.
So respect.
Pizza is delicious, so I'm not hating.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. Chick-fil-A though. Chick-fil-A, anyone?
I'm a
Unless
fan
it's a
of
Sunday.
Chick-fil-A.
If I can't get it on a Sunday, I don't want it.
Yeah. No.
If we're talking about
I think I'm gonna go with I'm a big chicken guy, so I'm gonna go with a chicken burrito. Alex
Ooh.
knows. I'll settle on a chicken burrito real quick.
I mean, come on, guys. Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
I mean, I've had so many of them. That's the problem.
God damn it.
Wow. Yeah. I was very surprised no one said Philly cheesesteak. I thought for sure we would have respected the culture a little bit more than that,
Steve Steaks, by the way. Northeast Philly.
Steve's, it's only Steve.
Steve's
Steve's is the best.
Steve's is the stick.
Ooh, okay. All right. None of that Pat's Gino shit, we already talked about that. If you're a local here, you don't get that shit,
Yeah, that's the tours.
Yeah. It's okay. They can continue to go there, and then we'll still have short lines wherever local spot, we wind up going to.
There you go.
So
Sure.
Pat, just keep going to Pat's and Gino's. Is all I'm gonna say.
Right.
But very cool. Next question, guys. If you guys were to pick somebody to collaborate with, having a guest feature on an up and coming theVision's record, who would you want to have on?
As a producer or as an artist?
I would go with a producer because I don't want to replace any of my guys.
Oh, all right.
It's got to be
Either
Will
or.
Yip, right? It's got to be Will Yip.
Yeah,
The GOAT.
he is. Shouts to
I like
Will.
the guy Chris Crumpet or something. He did.
Yes.
He does a lot of Royal Codas, Dance Gavin Dance, all them. He does them all. I think. I like his production.
Yeah, Chris is tight.
I would have to say either Eminem or Snoop Dogg.
There you go.
Nick or Chris? Looks like you both are thinking real hard.
I like the Will Yip answer actually.
Ooh, all right.
Seriously.
All right.
Yeah, that honestly, like that's a goal, man, right there. He's a PA guy.
mean,
Like, come on,
If
you out there, Will? What's up?
If we could get Will and Fred together, that would be like that would be
Yeah, I was gonna
the ultimate.
say, we're talking like you guys are talking producers, and Fred just produced this massive EP for us, Mr. Fred Maturino, and you guys are like, well, yeah.
I think when we sat down with Fred for the first time,
Like,
he's like, I'm just going to let you know, I'm not Will Yip. Yeah,
Fred's a real honest dude. He's a real honest dude. He crushed it. I think I would love to see co-vocals with Anthony Green, because I think Nick holding down the lower end, even in his scream that he's got, with Anthony Green's like much higher vocals, we could get some sick harmonies. Alex sings, I sing, you get a 4-part harmony. That shit would be nuts. We could start doing some like Bohemian Rhapsody shit or something like that.
Shout out
like, but but this style. That's where I would go to. I'd want that type of collab to happen.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta give you a lot of respect. Everybody like picked someone close, like PA. I feel like, you know, obviously, big love to Will Yip. You know, he's doing the Lord's work out here. So I gotta give him the props because he's been doing it. And then shout outs to Fred as well. He's great. I know he's also been killing it in this area as well. And you know, obviously, gotta talk about Anthony Green, fantastic vocalist. You know, Doylestown native. You know, so very neat. Guys, if you want to make this happen, you know, you hop on Twitter, you get theVisions. You also at Anthony Green, Will Yip. We'll get Fred on there. You know, all the PA minds here. You know, so if you want to make that happen, that's where to be. You know, just type collab ? You know, again, I'm not a legal scholar, but you know, just want to say it's out there. So you know, so let's make it happen. But the next question I have for you guys, if you weren't currently playing the instrument you're playing now, what is one you would love to master?
Other than the instrument that we're playing now. Yeah. Right?
I can't play anything.
Yeah. He's still trying to master the skin flute.
I was going to say that, dude. That's inappropriate.
It's a family show, man.
He said it's not a family show.
Yeah.
It's like
we walked out of that door way long ago. That's been out.
I would say the drums for me.
Yeah. Keep dreaming, bruh.
Every practice when Doria leaves, that's when Nick starts.
Yeah, as soon as I go through the drummer, I hear those drums kicking. I know it's Nick over there trying to show off. I'd probably say piano if I could play something else, because I feel like, you know, you can write. It's the mother of all of these instruments. I feel like
that's true.
You know, if you can play piano, you can play pretty much anything, or at least learn to play anything. So that's probably what I would say. But if that's only if I didn't know how to do anything other than just bang on drums.
That's fair. Yeah. Anyone else? Alex, Chris, Bill?
So mine would be, I feel like, I mean, this is something I'm still trying to work on. It would be a singing. Vocals.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, I could play a lot of instruments, but that is the one instrument that has been the most difficult for me, just because it's invisible and I'm used to manipulating things with my hands, and it's a lot more abstract, but it's the one thing that people really relate to, honestly, in music when they first hear it. You know, and I'm, you know, even though I'm a guitar player, I write a lot of my lead lines based off of vocal melodies.
Ooh, okay, very neat.
I would say for me, it's something I kind of already like dabbled in when everyone was like quarantined. I bought a synthesizer, and I got really into like designing like sound patches and whatnot. And I got semi decent at it, but I would really like to you saying master it, that would be awesome. Like I love when you see bands like Radiohead and you see it a lot more often nowadays. Bands are integrating like the sound of a synthesizer into this type of music.
I would agree. I'd agree. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, I'd have to say to master, it'd be drums for me too. I started picking up drums a bit in before I joined this band, and I think that's, again, I always sang, played guitar, played brass instruments, stuff like that. But sorry, I'm distracted. I thought Bill was taking us on like an episode of Cribs or something like that. He's gonna like show us what he's got in his fridge.
I picked groceries up last night. Here's what I got, the spread.
Oh, man. But I would say, I'd say it'd have to be drums. I think that's part of why I connect with bass as much as I ended up connecting with it, is because I've got a lot of rhythm going on in my head. And so I program drums on the computer when I'm writing stuff. Mm-hmm. And I can play an okay amount for not really being someone who's practiced and all of that. But I think if I could lay down the beats that are in my head, actually physically play a lot of what's in my head, I'd have some good stuff. No one would know. No one knows now. No one will ever know. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of like, there are chart toppers in here, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
that's
right.
it. Just believe me. Just believe me.
We are going to believe you, Chris.
Thank you.
Meanwhile,
that's all I want is validation. Chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's this asshole?
Yeah. What is he, like the next Mozart, Like,
yeah.
It's all right, Chris.
But yeah, that's what I'd go with, is drums. Thanks, man.
I like it. I feel like I'm kind of the same way, and then I'll sit down here at my computer and I'll have my guitar on like my lap, and I'll be like, fuck, I forgot what I was going to do with this. And then I just put it back, at that point, and then it's just like, then it just collects dust sometimes. And then every once in a while I'll be like, okay, I'll learn how to, inevitably I'll get around to it. But I also like the comment you mentioned earlier about you being a guitar player and then jumping to bass. I'm in the same boat over quarantine. I went to go pick up a bass and learn how to play bass. And then I'm like, wow, I don't even really play the bass anymore, but now I have it in my room so that I can eventually look at it and be like, I should play that. And then just forget about it for another 3 months and then look over again and have that same conversation, online here, and still don't do anything with it. So musicians, right?
Well, I'm glad I could remind you of that.
Well, I hope someone keeps me at check at some point. But it's really cool. I always love asking that question as being someone who, has learned a couple different instruments. It's always fun to hear that. But the next question I have for you guys, personal favorite of mine, as you can tell, I'm a huge nerd, and I love to ask this question. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Ooh. Oh, I gotta represent for my son, and I'd be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, all right. Respect.
He's a classic too.
It is, yeah.
He was running around there in the background.
Yeah. We almost couldn't see him. He was going so fast,
Burned into my head.
That's a good question.
You're asking some really good ones.
For me, I would have to either go Dante from Devil May Cry or Kratos from God of War.
Ooh.
That's what I was going to say.
Ooh. All right.
Gotta go like Master Chief. Halo Master Chief.
You're right.
Master Chief.
I haven't played a single of these games you guys are naming. Like, huh? That's why I'm like Mario Brothers.
Luigi. Dude, I'm just being. I'll be a necromancer from Diablo. You know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get it. All right.
Yeah. I think I'd have to second the Kratos thing, just because badass kicking ass all the time. Like that's it. I've been working on it. Dory is too. We got role models.
Yeah.
We got role models. Yeah. I mean, I just shaved yesterday, and you look at you, beefy.
Doria's on the fast track to becoming Kratos for Halloween, so respect, you know? Respect. Honestly, if Doria doesn't show up as Kratos for Halloween, I'm gonna be very disappointed, you know. As
I was gonna do Bane. You know what I mean? I think
Oh,
Strong,
that actually would have been
strong.
really sick. All right, all right.
There you go.
I'm about it. I'm about it. Love the answers, guys. Again, as a huge nerd, I always love asking that question. But next question I have for you, probably going to be another difficult one. If you guys were to compile a dream tour lineup, including the Visions, who would be on it?
I mean, how many bands are we talking here?
I feel like it might be more
go on forever.
interesting if each one of you pick one band, and that will be your tour, along with obviously the Vision, of
Well,
course.
I'll say Thrice.
Ooh, all right, all right.
I'm gonna go with Circa, just because I've been throwing that out there a lot. I'm stuck on them.
All right,
Yep.
all right, all right. We got two of five.
Sorry, guys.
Brand new.
Ooh, all right, Bill. I like it. I like it. All right.
I'll say Deftones.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, all right.
I'm about it.
Respect.
I'm about it.
We
The
forgot to
show's
mention
back.
them
This is
too.
back
And
in-
Yo, this
This is back in
tour. This tour.
Yeah.
When are we going on tour? When is this
Yeah, right.
happening?
It's out. Pre-sale
totally-
tickets are ready. They're in the links. Go check it.
I mean,
Alex, give us something good.
Alex,
I mean,
round it out, baby.
naturally, I want to say Thrice because that ultimately would be like my dream. But if that answer's already taken, I would have to go.
He's frozen.
I am frozen. I have a brain fart. I'm stuck in a box.
Alex has got it. I have a feeling.
So
Yeah.
this is like really out of the norm, and I just like doing things that just kind of like very Health, the band Health.
Ooh, whoa. All right. Wow. What an out there pick. I like it though. I like it. I like
I
it.
think that could
A
work
sleeper
though
pick.
with a lineup like that.
Yeah. So out there.
They've got an industrial kind of synthy thing going on, right? So like we could make that work.
It could
I
happen.
mean, two totally different audiences. I just saw Health; they were incredible, but like from the crowd that we have versus the Health crowd, I'm just like, how are we going to make these two coexist in one space? But you know, that's the beauty of music.
I mean, you like them. You can't be the only person out there with a crossover.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I get it, like,
That is true. That is true. Well, guys, if you'd like to buy pre-sale tickets for that, links below. I don't want to, I don't want to hype anything up, but it's world tour coming soon.
it's like the when we were young. They just announced the 2023, right? We'll do the as we're getting older 2024.
There we go.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Done.
There we go. Love
I
it,
like it.
guys. We're about it. Or listen. You're getting the scoop here early. I just want to let you know you're on the ground floor. So big respect to you for showing up. But the next question I have for you guys, kind of in conjunction with that, in your opinion, who puts on a great live performance in terms of the artists you've seen?
Dude, Circus Survive. Anthony Green's probably the best frontman I've ever seen. He's drugs or no drugs. The guy is insane.
So one of the best shows I ever went to was a lot of years ago. I think it was at the Electric Factory, and it was Thursday, then Thrice, then Coheed. And this was when Coheed was like just came out with In Keeping Secrets. So to me, like, I think Thursday, obviously they're starting to perform a bit more now too. I think they're still killing it, but
Yeah.
Thrice and Coheed always put on amazing shows. I don't think I've ever had a bad time from a performance standpoint. Seeing them, especially, ever had a bad time at one of their shows.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would say I back that up by saying Thrice and Brand New. When I saw them at the Electric Factory playing together, it was. I mean, anytime you see Thrice, it's just so on point, and the light show is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Goes so well with the music, and it's they put on a good show and a good experience. So, I mean, I'm biased, but because it's my favorite band, but it is what it is.
Killer Alex. Yeah.
I'd have to go with. I always thought Glassjaw had a lot of energy at their shows. I really
All right.
like Glassjaw. Daryl and I forget his last name, and the guitarist Beck are killer.
Would agree. Love Glassjaw. Alex, what do you got for us?
As far as the best live performance, I'd have to say
Hell,
Roger Waters.
Ooh, wow. All right.
It's either between Roger Waters or Churches.
Ooh, Churches. Yeah, they're great too.
Yeah, I just saw them recently live, and they were incredible. Like the light show that they put on was also. I mean, I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. They probably are my number 2 favorite band of all time. So anytime like these guys give me an opportunity to like throw Pink Floyd into the music, I find a way to slip it into there. I mean, just watching. You know, I've never been to an actual Pink Floyd concert, but like, if I could, I would sell my soul to the devil. So
I have to redact my answer. Well, I love Circus Survive, but Tool is the greatest live band.
Yeah. I was gonna say Perfect Circle on top of that too, but then Roger Waters really popped my head.
Yeah, I have to change my answer to Tool.
Yeah, Tool's incredible live.
Ooh, love it. I will say too, on the topic of seeing shows, I know you guys mentioned Circa and Thrice, but I saw them on tour together along with Balance and Composure and Chon. And it was such a.
Yep.
No,
Phil, yep.
I know Doria must have been there because I was like that. Every time you guys mentioned that, I was like, God, I'm thinking about that tour. That was such a great lineup, and I feel like for a long time I never gave Thrice like its due as a band, and so when I saw them live, I was just like, God, like Dustin, big respect, you know, because he's got such like he's got such a like power behind his voice, and seeing him live and seeing him, you know, obviously commit to doing, you know, the music that they've made so well, like live, it was such a cool experience. So I always got to give him props because I feel like for the longest time, not that I didn't love them as a band, but to see them live, like I think it just reinvigorated me to just love them a little bit more. So big ups to Thrice. But the next question I have for you guys, another fun one. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Either or?
Both.
Or both.
I'll go first. Rick and Morty, and then
Yeah, that's strong.
and then my favorite movie is The Crow.
Oh, okay. Good choices.
I'd say my favorite show is probably The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Probably the best show I've seen. But movie's hard. That's a tall task.
Really is.
There's so many. Definitely something Tarantino. Probably Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, all right. Doria with some great picks too. Shit.
Those are solid.
I'm a big for movies. I'm a big SLC Punk fan. I always loved that movie. I'm not a big TV watcher, but that TV show I'm gonna have to think on for a little bit. I don't know. I really enjoyed Cobra Kai more recently.
Ooh, okay, all right.
That was a great one. Very nostalgic. So I don't know. That's like an all-time favorite, but I think that was a solid watch. So
there we go.
Let's say I'm not a huge movie buff, but one of the movies I always watch when it's on was Rounders. It's a poker movie. You guys know that?
yeah, it's good one.
Matt Damon, Rounders. Just always liked that movie. For TV show, Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't watch a whole bunch of TV or series, but Breaking Bad is so fucking good all the way through. And Better Call Saul.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I'd agree. Bill, what do you got?
I would have to go for TV, The Simpsons. Those shows have can I remember more quotes from or more scenes than The Simpsons. I grew up on them. And movie, I'm not the biggest movie buff, but I like I don't know, The Departed was pretty good. Like,
ooh, yeah.
The Departed was very good.
That's a great movie.
There we go. Guys are killing it. Next question. If you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one album you could bring with you to listen to, what album would that be?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's probably Good Kid, Bad City, Kendrick Lamar.
Woo! All right. All right. All right.
I
Love it.
I'd have to go Abbey Road by the Beatles.
Can't go wrong.
Woo!
Abbey Road. I was just struggling between that or Animals by Pink Floyd. So
Yeah, I'd have to go with The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Ooh, all right.
I need the double disc too. So you know.
Respect, yeah. All right, all right.
2 flumps for 1.
I see Nick up there struggling.
He's
He's sweating. He's
He's gonna
sweating.
blow
I can
up.
see him sweating up there. Oh man.
Nick's got a monthly pass on the struggle
Bill
He's
looks like
trying
he's
not to
struggling a
say
little bit less, so maybe
Yeah,
we should
man.
maybe we could still Bill.
Probably go with,
Yeah.
I'd probably go with Loveless by My Bloody Valentine.
Ooh, wow.
Nice.
All right. All right. The time has come,
Yeah.
Nick.
Let's give me a Led Zeppelin.
I thought it'd be
2 or
like
3.
Black Keys or something, Nick.
Black Keys would be good too. Oh man.
I feel like I
I'm not
just
good with
kidney
album
punched
names.
Nick
I
right
just-
now,
I just
you
listen
know?
to everything, so.
They won't write this on your grave, I promise.
That's true.
What'd you say?
I said they won't write this on your grave, I promise.
Well, album names, I can't think of album names right now, but any Black Keys or Led Zeppelin, like just got like I need like a greatest hits.
Ooh, all right, all right. Respect. Yeah. All right. There we go. And the last thing, guys, the most important thing, tell them where they can find theVision at, what you guys have coming up in the next couple months, and anything else, obviously, you'd like to plug, talk about, things of that nature.
So, I mean, yeah, you know, we're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I know you said you'd put those links in there. We're on, I think, Bill, you know, everywhere that we're on streaming, but I know it's like Spotify, YouTube. What is it?
Probably can't even find half of the stuff that it distributes to.
Yeah. We have one of those link tree links in our Instagram, so go there and that'll help send you where you need to go. I think as far as upcoming things, Nick kind of put it out there like a second single. I know we just released the EP, but a second single will be coming up, and you know we've got some plans, some music video ideas, some new merch ideas, some shows in the works for in-state, in Philly, out of state. Just making some connections, and you know we'll you got to check Instagram and Facebook for the updates. So
yeah, the Vision Band Instagram.
Follow theVision Band on Instagram.
theVision Band on
All
Instagram.
right.
theVision on Instagram. theVision Band on Instagram. Right now.
If you go on Spotify, you have to type the Vision in one word, right, guys? And then
Our name is one word.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Like how you see in the title of this video, it's going to be
Yes.
one word. So
yeah.
Forever one word.
Yeah, and then if it's because we've had problems having it pop up in the beginning. So if you type in the Vision and then who cares, you'll definitely pop up the single, and then from there it should have the link to.
It's
the
because
band.
some other buster is called theVision, so we have to do this for legal purposes. It was either going to be that or theVision 215. You know what I mean? But we went with just the one word.
respect, you know, keep it to the morals, you know. So very cool, guys. I will leave the links to go check theVision, one word. It will be in the video title, so there's no way you could screw it up. But if you do somehow, I will leave the link tree in the description, along with any other place you can find them out on social media. If they have a YouTube channel, make sure to leave a link to go subscribe to that, so go do that as well. And then once you do find the Spotify page or Apple Music page, make sure to follow them, or I don't know what you do on Apple Music, but make sure to, you know, tag them in some way so that you can be notified of when they release a new song. So go do that. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. If you're listening to this on audio, could you give it a good rating? That'd be sick. We are definitely not family friendly, so I'm sorry for if you were listening to this around kids, because fuck that. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. They're don't show your kids this. Anyway, definitely go check out theVision if you live locally. If you can't go out to a show, I'm sure they're gonna have plenty coming down the pipeline. So go out and see them. I'm excited because I'm gonna be keeping posted so I can see them live too. So thank you guys to theVisions for coming on tonight and chatting with me.
Thanks for having us.
Cool. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.